Okay, Sam. This question is worded a little weird, but we're gonna go with it. If you had to replace a body part with any animal body part, what would you replace and with what?
I know it's really embarrassing. We were talking about this question before, and you said it, and I was like, "Oh shoot, that's the question." I forgot we even talked about it. I would replace. There's just so many good options. I think I'd probably maybe a kangaroo's legs.
Ooh.
Because they use less energy running than they do sitting still or walking, and that'd be so nice. Because then you could run really far and beat everybody in every race ever, and you would be barely working out.
You'd be a great kickboxer too.
Yeah, those things are just jacked. Any part of a kangaroo, I'd probably want. They're just insane.
Ooh, that's an I don't know. I have a couple. I'm gonna say what I'm thinking, and then I can pick. Your kangaroo, it'd be awesome to have a kangaroo pouch to just
oh my god.
I don't know. That might be weird to
I forgot they had those.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. I just because I was originally thinking about over my clothes, but it'd probably have to be under my clothes, and that just gives me weird. So I don't know if I want that anymore. I also thought of owl eyes.
Oh.
So I can see in the dark.
Or just the ability to spin your head all around.
Oh, that could be cool. An owl neck.
Yeah.
I also thought replacing my arms or an arm with octopus tentacles. Then I can reach, extend further. I can climb walls.
That would be pretty awesome.
My arms could change colors, but not the rest of my body.
Hey, you just wear the right stuff, you can blend in anywhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Any others that I would want?
It's so funny. Animals are just weird. They got some freaky stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I would use the most. No, I'm gonna go with octopus tentacles for arms.
They are.
Granted, I would lose my thumbs, but
You get suckers.
I know.
You don't
I
need
think I could survive.
You could just attach to anything.
Ooh, or fish gills.
But would you lose water?
But would you lose the ability to breathe on air?
Are you just gonna have to be pouring water on yourself all the time?
So I'll do the octopus tentacles.
Okay, I like it. You're great choices. Well, roll the intro. As you can tell, me and Sam haven't really seen each other probably in 4 weeks.
Well, we've seen each other. We haven't done any podcasts, but it has.
Yeah.
I think yesterday was 4 weeks. I think.
That's true.
2, 3,
your
4.
birthday.
Yeah, yesterday was 4 weeks, whole month.
Wow.
Almost.
That is insane. So, it's just us two. We didn't want to bring anybody in. Not that we don't like you guys, but we figured it's best to reconnect, figure out what each of us have been doing for the past month.
Yes.
So, I think Sam's going to lead us off because he probably has a little bit more interesting things than I do.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I can lead off. So, I got back to Logan, Utah, early Monday morning.
Early
1:30.
morning Monday.
Thanks, Jen and Tiffany, for the ride. And yeah, so as you all know, I spent some time in Brazil, but sandwiching that, I was in Virginia visiting my older sister, which was pretty awesome.
That's Eliza, right?
Yeah, so that's okay. Eliza. So she was on the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blinking. What was I going to say? And she lives pretty close to DC, so that's just a fun area to go. So when I flew into Virginia, I took the metro, and she lives 10 minutes from the metro station, so she picked me up, and then going to, well, I guess we took an Uber, but coming back from Brazil, we take the metro and then took the bus and then walked her place is pretty close to the bus stop.
That's so much fun.
So, and then there's a couple other times, like, we took it in, or I took it in, and it just felt super cool, because, like, in DC, the metro's, like, underground, so you're, like, getting out in the tunnels, and you're, like, taking the stairs up, and you're just, like, I'm in DC. Like, there's a stop, like, the, like, Washington Mall area, like, the grassy area, there's, like, a stop, like, literally right there. So you're, like, in the middle of all these, like, museums are shining you, and then you just, like, go underground, and, like, there's the metro. And so it was really awesome. It felt, like, very fancy, like, oh, I'm living the big city life.
DC sounds insane.
It's so cool. I'm trying to think. I didn't do too much before. I went and saw Wicked.
Oh, I haven't yet.
You
I've
haven't?
heard so many good things about it.
You should see it. I walked away and I was like, yeah, that was a good movie. But, like, I think I gave it, like, a 6 or a 7 out of, like, 10.
Oh, okay.
And, like, I'd heard some of the music, so I was familiar. Some of the songs were new. So I was like, yeah, like, Defying Gravity is probably one of my favorites. And so I, like, knew that, and I was like, yeah, that was awesome. The other songs, I was like, well, they're okay. But then, like, just, like, listening to them again, talking to my siblings about it, like, it's probably raised up to, like, an 8. Or, like, almost an 8. Like, it's just as, like...
That after effect.
I know. I just, like, thinking about it, it's just like, oh, yeah, that was awesome. And then, like, listening to the songs, I was like, oh, yeah, that song was really good.
Dang.
So...
Yeah, I should go watch it.
It's on streaming now, so you don't even have to go. You can sit in the comfort of your own home.
Booyah! I'll do that. Dang.
So we did that, and then we also went to the Giving Machine, which was my first time.
Ooh.
Which was super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We went and bought a chicken and some other stuff. I was very excited about buying the chicken.
Dude, so many people bought chickens here. So many people bought chickens here. The whole thing was just full of chickens.
I mean, it's kind of like more of a novel thing, I think.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, oh yeah, I just bought a chicken. I know I've seen some where it's like you buy a cow or something.
I was
like
hoping
more
they had like a goat or
but...
something, but we didn't have those in ours.
We also went to like a Christmas market in like Alexandria. Ooh. Which was also, side note, it was so cold. I'm from Idaho. I've lived in Utah and, like, know what cold is.
You get that humid coat.
I think it was. I didn't, like... I served my mission in Michigan, which is also humid.
That's pretty cold.
But I, like, don't think I ever, like, connected it. Mainly because, like, when I was outside, like, I was outside for, like, hours. So I was, like, going to get cold. I was, like, bundling up. But I never... And it was, like, never, like, the temperatures was never, like, super extreme.
Okay.
Which was like, I was hoping for, like, I don't know, like, everyone's like, be careful of Michigan winters, they're terrible, but it was like, this is, like, the same as Idaho. So I didn't make that connection, and everyone talks about, like, humid winters are the worst, and, like, I get there, and I was, like, cold all the time. and, like, my sister also doesn't keep her apartment as warm, or my apartment's just really warm, and, like, her shower, she has, like, hot water, but it's not hot, steaming. So I was just like cold the whole time. And I also didn't like pack a lot of warm stuff. I had like
because you were going to Brazil. Why would you?
I had a sweatshirt and then like I had like a windbreaker rain jacket.
Oh god.
And I had some like I had a flannel button up and like another long sleeve.
Nowhere near enough.
And, yeah, so I was just like not, and I didn't expect to be outside a whole ton. Which I wasn't.
That's good.
And it was mostly sunny, but it was like kind of breezy. Anyways, the Christmas market was fun. A lot of jewelry, a lot of artwork. I'm trying to think of what else they had. A couple of them, they had some cool art. If I actually had my own place, I might have bought stuff and didn't have to like bring it back to me. But there was one place that was doing like a blind date with a book. So they had these different books that were like wrapped in newspaper, and they had like one review on it and then like the genre of it.
Oh,
and you got to like pick a book.
Huh.
And so we both got one. We haven't opened ours yet because we were gonna do it and then we forgot. So, but nice. I love books, and so that was super fun.
Huh.
We went to Brazil. Y'all heard about that. If you haven't, I refer you back to
Recommended.
January episode 6. I'll just say.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even try to make me think about dates right now.
Episode 6, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Then coming back, we flew in New Year's Eve in the morning.
Whoa.
And pro tip, if you're ever coming back from an international flight and you have another flight to make, have like 2 hours to get through customs and passport control. Because we got in at like 5 and our flight left, I don't know, 7 maybe?
Yikes.
I don't know. It wasn't a long, and so we like...
That is scary.
And like... passport control, we got waved to like a different part. So we're like, oh, this is going to go fast. And for some reason, they were so slow. Like, we could have gone back to the other line and maybe gone through, or we should have jumped. Anyways. So we like get through that, and then we have to like go pick up our bags. And honestly, like, our bags, my bag hadn't come in yet, so we had to wait for that. And then we had to go back through security, and security took the longest. And so we missed our flight probably by like 5 minutes.
Oh, you missed it?
Yeah. So we flew to Miami.
Oh, gosh.
From Rio to Miami, and then we were flying from Miami to Virginia. So we're like, I don't run. So I'm not like a runner when I'm late. I'm just like a fast walker, especially when I have like a backpack on.
Everything.
And like, it's like if you're like running to class. Like I've done that, or like running to catch the bus.
Don't do that.
But it's just, I don't know. I just don't think it's a great look on me. Or on anyone, really. I don't know. Like, I just have a lot of self-pride, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
And so I even like was like running to like make it, and we get there and it's like gate closed. And normally like you hear over the intercom like final call, or like they call for like passengers. We didn't hear any of that. So I think we'd like, it was long enough where like we missed like, even if our line had gone a little faster, like it wasn't really our fault. It was our fault for like booking the flight that close, but like we did pretty much everything we could to like catch our flight. Yeah. But then we just got another flight like an hour later.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. So it wasn't terrible.
That's good.
So we like get in, get home, and then we just like crash. Like I take a nap. My sister's asleep for like a long time. And we like made plans before leaving to go to like downtown, like Old Town Alexandria, because we were going to do like fireworks. And like it was kind of seemed like it was like, oh, there's lots doing there, but like I was exhausted. My sister like woke up at like 6. I think it was like raining outside. And I just like didn't feel like going out anywhere. So we ended up just like staying in.
Wow.
And
what an exciting New Year.
I know, seriously. Watching like movies.
That's fun.
I think my sister was finished. We watched the last episode in the last Survivor season.
Okay.
And then my sister started watching Rings of Power.
Oh.
And so we started watching those. But we were both so tired that we like fell asleep in the middle of an episode. And granted, I'd seen it before.
Okay.
But normally I don't fall asleep in movies. Like,
yeah.
Even.
Dude, I struggle so
hard. But
I
like, it was probably like 11:30 I fell asleep. And then we like wake up at like 12:30. It's over and we're like, oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Go to bed. And then the next night we also were watching stuff. And I fell asleep again!
Oh my gosh.
At that time was more... And, like, I don't remember... Like, normally, like, you're kind of, like, dozing.
Yeah.
I was like... I don't even remember what time... Like, part in Rings of Power I fell asleep in. I was like, I don't even remember what is happening. I was out. And then the next night, I was also pretty tired.
Jeez.
And that one more, I was like, okay, I'm just, like... I, like, laid down... Put my head on a pillow, and I was like, okay, I can, like, go to sleep. Like, I'm not fighting it. So that one was, like, a little more intentional. But then that time, I just slept out on the couch, because...
Oh, jeez.
I, like, woke up, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to take the effort.
Oh,
I just,
my
like...
gosh.
Anyways, we didn't do a whole ton afterwards. I didn't do a ton. My sister had to go back to work, so I kind of just, like, took a couple days chilling. We played... My sister introduced me to a game called Villainous.
I've seen the box. I've never played it.
Super fun.
Huh.
So we played that one night and then another night because I wanted to beat her. It's hard because the premise of it is There's like 6 Disney villains that you can be. So each person's
Okay.
a different villain, and each person has a different objective to win.
Oh.
And each turn, like, you move your, like, person to, like, a different part. You each have a board. You, like, move it to a part, and depending on, like, what part of the board, you have, like, can do different actions. So you can get, like, powers or, like, kind of, like, the money to, like, use your certain cards. You can, like, play cards. There's ways, they're called fate cards, where they're kind of like the good guys.
Okay.
And you can do that on other people. So you can, like, play against them, and that's how you kind of, like, prevent the other players from, like, winning. Anyway, so it's kind of like you have to, like, learn each new character. So, like, I'd never played it, so it took me... And it's so frustrating when the other person, like, you're trying to play your game, but then the other person, like, keeps, like, preventing... I don't know. It's just... Anyway, so we played that, and we had to end because I was like, okay, I'm getting a little frustrated, but I want to play again. Like, it's fun, and I like challenging that I like want to figure it out so I can like beat my sister.
Yeah.
So we played like the next night, and I did beat her.
Nice.
But it was a really long game. It was.
Jeez.
Because I finally figured out. What else? Sorry, this is a big monologue. I have a friend from BYU that I went to school with who now works in DC, so I had like dinner with him, and that was at night. So then, and we like ate pretty close to the mall. So then I like went and like saw the Capitol, took some pictures, and then it's a really long walk from the Capitol down to the Washington Monument. So I like walked all that, and then in the dark it's harder because you see the monuments lit up. So you're like, okay, I'm close.
And you just stays as far away.
You're like, and then you're like, okay, I'm almost there. Then you like cross the street, and they're like, oh, it's up on this hill, so you have to climb. So that was super cool, just like singing at night. And then like I went back, and then the Saturday right before I came home, my sister and I spent the day going to like the museums. So we went to the Ford Theater, which is where Lincoln got assassinated.
Oh.
Which is pretty cool.
Interesting.
It's not the original, which is disappointing.
Okay, that is
They gutted it after his death. Because no one would like, they told the owner, like, we're not going to go to your theater. Like,
oh my
and if you
gosh.
do plays, we're like going to burn it down. Just because of like, I don't, well.
People were superstitious back then.
Yeah, superstition and just kind of like the tragic event.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. It's not like you go to like ground zero and you're like, I'm gonna
rebuild the Twin Towers.
Yeah, like that. I kind of get that. That's fair.
And so they ended up like gutting it, and they made it like office buildings. And then like 100 years later, they sold it to like the government. The government like made it, so it's like accurate,
recreated.
Yeah.
Kinda? Okay.
And so then like they do tours. They have like a museum in the basement. They still do plays there.
Wow.
Which is like, that would be super cool. But I don't know. I think it was like 600 people they can fit in there.
Oh wow.
But in Lincoln's day, they would fit like 2,000 people.
Whoa!
I know,
dude. I swear, people
crazy.
back then just knew how to sit close together. Because like you sit on like anything from back then, and the chairs are like on top of each other.
Yeah, and like the benches are like hitting your knees.
Yeah.
Like and you're like, you remade this. You couldn't put a little bit more space in between. Yeah. So, and then like they also have like the house where Lincoln died across the street. So then you go through there, and it's like, it's like about his death, but like in the Ford Theater in the basement, they have like what's leading up to his like assassination.
Okay.
Like events, and then like across at the house they have like another museum where it talks more about like capturing Booth, and then like also like Lincoln's impact.
Oh wow.
Like, and apparently like, I don't know, like it was a big like international event, like different, like I think Queen Victoria
I've never thought about it from that
like
perspective.
sent a letter to like Mary Lincoln.
Whoa.
To like, because she had just been widowed. And there's like, I think there's a statue of Lincoln in London or something.
What?
Which was like, what? And like, anyways, it was kind of like, he was like a symbol of like freedom. Because like, Emancipation Proclamation. Yeah. So like, I don't know. It was just like way bigger, like the impact.
Huh. Crazy.
So we went to that. We went to the National Archives to fulfill my National Treasure dreams.
Who doesn't have that, though?
I know. So that was really cool. They have some, like, archive, like, photo displays, but, like, the coolest is obviously, like, the Declaration of Independence, Constitution, Bill of Rights. It's in this, like,
the big things.
Super, like, the solemn, like, room, high ceilings. They've, like, these two, like, paintings above it. I don't know. It was, like, super cool.
That sounds like so much fun. I need to go to DC.
We should take a trip.
Let's go.
I need to go back. So
Perfect.
and then after that, we went to the Spy Museum. They have an international spy museum, which if you go, like, plan on spending at least half to a full day there.
Jeez.
There's so much. It's like you want to read everything, but then, like, by the end, it's like so much information that you're like, I can't read.
Wow.
Everything. And they give you, like, this card. So they have, like, it's an interactive exhibit. So you're a spy. So you, like, in each of the different areas, you, like, they have these screens where you, like, go tap your card, and it's like, it's like, here's your assignment, and then, like, okay, now you have to, like, make, like, a gadget to, like, help you on your assignment, and then it's like, do your disguise. It's more for, like, geared for kids, but it was still kind of cool.
We're all kids
to, like,
at heart.
I know. So that was awesome. I wish we had spent more time there, but we had an appointment to go to the Library of Congress.
Oh,
but
you
we also
an appointment to go there?
Just like a ticket.
Okay.
A lot of the places you have to get, like, free tickets.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Ford Museum was a couple dollars to get in. Spy Museum was more. I think it was like $30-ish to get in.
Whoa.
But
I mean, I guess you get your money's worth.
But I think most of the other museums are free.
Okay.
But yeah, like, I think because of COVID, they do, like, a ticketed system of, like, you sign up for a time to go in.
Gotcha.
But we'd planned our day so, like, packed that we didn't plan for lunch. So we were, like, starving.
Nice.
And right by the Spy Museum, there was, like, a food court. So we, like, got food, got Panda, and then it was, like, all the museums close, like, stop letting people in, like, 30 minutes before they close.
Okay.
And it was, like, too far away. So we ended up not going to the Library of Congress, which was...
That's really sad.
It's a disappointment, but also incentive to go back.
True. True. Gotta leave something to do.
So then after that, we walked. It was so sunny, but it was cold, and the wind was just, like, It wasn't howling, but there was, like, the wind was cold. So then we walked to the Jefferson Monument, which is a little bit of a ways from, like, the...
everything else.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of people, but that was super cool. So if you're in there, make sure you go there, because... It's a pretty awesome.
Is that the circle one?
Yeah, and it's where he's, like, standing right in the middle.
Gotcha.
It's like column. It's right by, like, this water feature.
By the Potomac?
Like, no, it's like a lake or something.
Okay.
Or a giant pond.
Okay.
So a lot of pictures I think will have, like, water right before it.
Okay. I'm picturing.
And you can, like, walk around, like, the water, and there's, like, the Martin Luther King Memorial or, like, monument, and then there's one for Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh.
So we, like, walked around, and then we went home. And that was pretty much it. Went to the church. Oh, and then there was, starting Friday, we started getting, like, winter weather advisory alerts about this, like, the storm coming in the weekend. So I was supposed to come on Monday, but the airline was like, hey, we're like, you can switch your flight. And I was like, well, I better switch it just to be case, because the weather was forecasting snow on Monday and not Sunday. And my sister was supposed to fly out Monday morning, so I was just staying at her place till, like, because I was flying out in the afternoon.
Gotcha.
And then I was going to either get an Uber or just take the bus and, like, Metro to get to the airport. So I was like, well, I don't really want to get stranded. Like, I wouldn't be stranded because I'd have had a key to our apartment, so I could have, like, come back. But like,
still.
And, like, I looked and there was no other flights
out
through, like, the airline I booked, like, Tuesday, and there were, like, Sunday. So I was like, I'll just move it Sunday. This will be better.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing because they actually ended up getting snow. But it was like crazy.
They've got crazy snow over there.
Like my sister kept her flight kept getting canceled. I should check. I don't know. She might be in Florida. She was going to Florida for work, so she might be there, or she might have been home. She was kind of hoping she didn't have to go, so she could just do other work there because it was for like a training of like interns or something in their firm.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I will say, her ward where they meet for church is a super cool building.
Oh, interesting.
It kind of looks like a house when you're driving, but it like has a steeple. It's really small.
Weird.
But it's got like the colonial feel with it.
Oh, fun.
And like going in, you're like, okay, this is an LDS chapel. Like it has like kind of like the features. But like the pews kind of have like the feel of like one of the old churches back there. I don't know. It was super cool. And
interesting.
Before we left for Brazil for Christmas, they had like amaryllises like blooming in like the windows.
Oh wow!
And they even had like giant pine cones hanging from the chandeliers. And I was like a little like,
what the?
I know. It was very festive.
What
and they
is
had like
this
green
place?
upholstery for their benches. So it was like, oh, this is very festive.
Huh.
I don't know. It was very cool. It was like, okay, I might just want to move here just so I can go to church in this building.
Seriously.
But yeah, that was my break. It was very relaxing, and yeah.
Sounds like you did a lot. Yeah, a lot more than I did here.
But how was yours? I know you did some stuff.
I know. You were like talking, I was trying to think about stuff. I didn't think very hard. What was the problem? Let's see. What did we do? We did go to the Giving Machine here, and that was fun. The old stake president was there. He was running it. So
President Miller?
Yeah, that was a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we had a big group. It was fun. We walked over to Himalayan Flavor, got some Indian food.
Was it over in that direction?
So it was by Great Harvest. Do you know where that is on Center Street?
No.
Do you know where Prodigy is?
No.
Do you know anything is?
I don't know where the library is.
Okay, well, we were not close to the library.
Were you north
we were
or
on
south
Center
of
Street.
Center? Oh, you were on Center Street. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I was thinking like Main Street for some reason.
No. Yeah, we were on Center Street stuff. Like where you ended your marathon, just like half a block further down is where it was at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know where Himalayan Flavor is, or
Yeah.
at least the general area. For some reason, I was thinking you're more north.
No.
Kind of, I don't know, for some reason, I know the mall's not there, but like...
Oh, you thought we were way north then.
Yeah, that's for whatever reason I was thinking you were like there.
Man, you have been gone too long.
And then you said Great Harvest, and I was like thinking
that
of
one-
meters.
Yeah.
And now that like I know it's Center Street, I'm like, okay, yes, I know where Great Harvest is.
Yeah.
I'm oriented, but I don't know why I was thinking. Maybe because I feel like there's just like more space for. I don't know. I have literally
It was kind of crowded there.
no idea why I was thinking it was north.
I don't know
Logan.
either, but yeah, that's all on you. But there was a lot of people there. Like not just like in our group. There was just like tons of people here. They had like a big thing to stand in front of to like take pictures.
Okay.
And then yeah, so that was
awesome.
fun. It's a good time. So we did that. Went back, and that was the night I went to Elise's and edited podcast and like did the intro and all that. I
guess you talked about some of your break with Jenna a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do you know? Because yeah, she had her party, and that was fun. My favorite part of that whole party was we're like playing games or whatever. Everyone like kind of starts leaving, and we're still hanging out. Gets to the last like 7 or so of us, and then like Arden just stops and he's like, you know, now that there's like this many people here, I just want to let you know that today's my birthday.
What?
Yeah! You'd been hanging on to it the entire time, and we're all just like, wait, hold up, what? And so we like got one of the meatballs, like shoved the candle in it, and like sang him happy birthday.
Classic Arden.
Oh, it was so funny. I laughed so hard. But yeah, so that was
Happy
like
birthday, Arden, like a month ago.
Yeah, right? I don't know, I never thought to like actually look it up or anything. But so that was Jen's party. Jen's party was a blast. We had so many people there. Like her entire living room was full, and then like half of the kitchen was full of people.
Oh, okay.
We had so many people.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was a good turnout.
It was a really good time. And then she left, and then everybody basically left. But then my sister and brother-in-law came down for Christmas.
Okay.
So it was us. Pretty much the biggest thing from that was Pandemic, the game.
Oh, I was like...
don't... Everyone PTSD, don't get triggered right now.
I was like,
but
what happened?
We played the game Pandemic, and
Okay.
we played the Iberia version, so it's like 1600 Spain and Portugal.
Ooh.
But we were not good at it, apparently. We played it 3 times Christmas Day, lost every single time. Played it 2 more times, and then the last time we literally like gave ourselves the best stuff so that we could potentially win it, and we finally won it. And golly, it was so hard. But yeah, so we did that. Started doing some housework, replaced my blinds because they were gross.
Okay, I like your new ones. I'm assuming these are the new ones.
They are so much better. Still need to put like a light in here eventually. Anyways, you people haven't seen this place. Some of you have. What else happened? New Year's.
Yeah, what did you do for New Year's Eve? How did you party it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So New Year's, I was hanging out here with my sisters, and then Jenna showed up because Tiffany was going to shave her head.
Okay.
And she did. And so I was hanging out with her doing that, and then like 2 different parties got set up because you had a party with Evan, Jenica, Arden, and them, and then you had Jake, Aaron, and Jenna were going to do a different one. And so I was like, oh, what should I go to? So I am going to the Jenica one.
So popular.
I know,
Sounds
right?
like the most popular guy I know.
I was able to go to a party with 3 people or another party with 3 people. But it was funny. So Evan ended up hosting it. So I went there, and when I first got there, it was Evan, Arden, Brendan, and me. And we were having a good time. There were a lot of drinks of like the Martinellis and everything else.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You sound a little concerned about that.
I
Drinks
oh.
But, and so we were chilling, and then like Evan left, and we like finished the game we were playing for a second, and so then just like me, Arden, and Brendan were just like sitting there like,
in Evan's place?
What? Because he was on call for like
because he's a locksmith.
Yeah. And so we're just sitting there like kind of awkwardly, and we're like, okay. And so we sent out a couple of texts, get a couple more people there. So they showed up, and for whatever reason, we ended up playing Life, the Pirates of the Caribbean version.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know that existed. I am so glad I know it exists now.
Is it?
We played it for like 2 hours. Like that's
what we were doing. Is it better than like?
So much better than
How's
real
it better?
life. Oh yeah, because you get your ship, so you get to like buy your ship and whatnot. So you can get like
instead of a house.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can get like the Black Pearl, or you can get like some of the other
that's
ones,
fun.
and they have like a combat level to them. Because a part of the game is you actually get to fight other players. So you go on these things called raids. And so if you like land on it, you can choose another player, try to beat them, and if you do, you like spin to steal money from them. But what was great about that is like anytime anyone would land on a raid, we would just all start like cheering, just like raid, 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 raid. And we got crazy by the end with them.
That's funny.
So yeah, that was a really good time. That was a blast. We played that till like 12:30, 1 a.m.
Nice.
We were going ham with that one. But yeah, came back home and then just didn't do anything New Year's Day. No, we did do something. We went to Jenna's. What did we do at Jenna's? I don't remember. It was really funny from what I remember.
It was so good that
I have the worst
anything.
memory ever. It's so bad. Did we watch something? Yes, we watched the Nate Bargatze special.
I know the name.
It was so funny. Died laughing. It was so great. I recommend everybody go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's his new one. Oh my gosh. It was so good. The next night, I came home and I told like Tiffany and Laura, and I was like, we're going to watch this. They're like, okay. So I watched it 2 nights in a row. And then the next night, we watched his other specials.
Nice. That's when you know
it was
it's a
so
good
good. But yeah, and then we had this week. Yeah.
Which was not a great week for
Yeah,
either of us.
This week has been Definitely a week of 2025. What are your... Do you think 2025 is going to be a good year or a bad year?
It's going to be a great year.
Oh, man, positive thinking. I'm happy. I do not have as positive an attitude, but I like it. What makes you think it's going to be so good? And is it going to be good for you personally, or is it going to be good for, like, everybody?
Well, I don't know for everyone, because it's kind of started a rough time for everyone. We've got snowstorms.
Fires.
Yeah, California is ablaze.
Yeah.
An earthquake, tsunami warning for, like, California and Oregon.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so...
Okay, yeah, definitely. We're going to start off right.
And, like, I think there's, like, supposedly, like, something with, like, the East Coast with, like, a hurricane-type storm. I don't know. It's just, like, what the heck is happening? So I don't know about for the whole world. That's about all I'm going to say, because other people may have other opinions with that.
We're not a political podcast.
And I'm not a political person, so. But I just felt like, I mean, this week wasn't great for me. It was, yeah. But I felt like my life was going on an upward trajectory coming, like, the last little bit of November, December.
That's true.
Like,
it was kind of a high swing.
Going up. And so, yeah. We'll leave it with that.
Great.
That was
Predicted a great year for
Do I
Sam.
expand? Yeah.
No, you're good.
Got a good things coming in the future, too.
Yeah, that's good. I was talking to Jenna about this kind of a little bit, where it's just like, I had like goals and plans, and like I've kind of accomplished a few of them, a lot of them, and now I'm just like, well, now like my only goal is to get married, and that's not working, so what do I do now? But yeah, so that's, hopefully, maybe this could be the year.
This
Me,
is the
Tiffany,
year
and Laura.
2025.
We have all made a promise that there will be a wedding this year. Between the three of us, someone is getting married.
Nice.
We'll see how well that pans out. But yeah. Okay. That was a good update on where we're at in our lives. What are we doing now?
This will be a little bit of a throwback to like 2 weeks ago. But I think this to finish off the updates. What was your favorite Christmas gift
From this year?
Well, from 2024.
I think.
But sure, predict what you're getting in 2025.
I like this. Yeah. This is a bad time of year because you get. Anyways, I think I got one present this year. I think it was. My mom got it for me. It's this like long sleeve shirt that just says "Filthy Rich" and the things that matter. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. I also got, for whatever reason, at work, like the week before Christmas, I'd like go in and there'd be like a new gift from like somebody in the office. So it was like the 12 days of Christmas. It was insane.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I felt really bad. I didn't get anybody anything. But I was like, I didn't know you guys did this.
Yeah.
So that was fun. I got this like screwdriver that's like powered.
Wow.
It's so nice. Best thing ever. But yeah, what about you?
My favorite, my family, we'd like draw names.
Okay.
We're kind of in a rotation now, so it's less exciting, but it's easier for other people in my family, so
That's fair.
I'll support it. So my younger brother, Ethan, got me this sign that says snacksident. It's like combining the word snack and accident.
Wow.
And it's like, has like how you pronounce it with like noun, and then the definition is eating an entire pizza, a box of chocolates, and a family-sized bag of chips by mistake.
Jeez.
So.
I feel that. I do that way too often.
Yeah.
Way too common of an occurrence.
And which is funny because he also last year, just because, he bought me a sign that says hangry. And so I now have 2 food things to hang up, which I haven't hung up yet because I'm probably going to be moving soon.
Dude,
I didn't really know where to. But I might. I don't know. I don't know if I should wait to new place or if we should just do it.
Just wait. Just wait.
Here's the thing. I would just use the
like stick on.
Yeah,
things.
the Velcro stuff to make it easy. I just don't know. My kitchen's not. There's not a lot of space, so I don't know if there's
That's true.
Like there's like my like sink and like my only like counters go to the wall, and then like parallel to that is like my stove and fridge. You like walk back between, and like my hanger sign kind of like sticks out.
Okay.
So I don't want like people hit. I don't know.
Run into it.
So.
Knock it off.
But yeah, that's way too much
fair.
on that.
That's fair. That's good. Should we hop into some food review?
Oh, yes. On the food topic.
Seems like a pretty good transition point.
That's a great one.
Do you want a bowl? Do you want milk? What do you want for this?
Okay. No milk, please. You know
I don't understand you people!
Sure, I'd take a bowl and a spoon. If you have one.
Why? You don't need a spoon. There's no liquid
because my hands are dirty.
Oh my god.
I will say, Cheerios are probably the worst thing to eat with your hands, but like sometimes, like I have a lot of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and that has all sugary stuff, so it gets your hand all like dirty.
That's true.
And
okay,
so,
an explanation of what's going on.
Okay, so as you know, I'm a big food guy. And if you, well, some of you don't know, but I am a huge fan of pumpkin spice. Yes. And so I like to try new foods. And sorry, I'm gonna give you some background on this. What is it? It's 2025, so like 3.5 years ago, I did an internship at a cereal plant. For Post cereal. And so I became the cereal guy before I became the cheese guy.
Wow.
Because I got just a lot of free cereal. And yeah, so I just since then I've become like I'm a big cereal eater. I don't eat it a whole ton, but like I'll usually walk down the cereal aisle and like see if there's any new cereal to try. Just because I like trying new things, think it's fun. And so back in the fall, I was walking down and I saw the pumpkin spice Cheerios. And I think it was might even after like Thanksgiving. It was near the end, but I saw it and I was like, if I wait another week, it might not be here. So I had to buy them, saving them for the perfect opportunity to eat, which is now January 9th.
Oh yeah, totally in season.
So,
oh man, I am like nervous about these. I don't know why. Does it smell pumpkin-y? That's a big whiff. It doesn't seem like it.
Not as much as I would hope it to be. But it has like a hint.
You'll get the non-milk and the milk.
Oh, also yes,
Whoa,
I don't.
Okay, I smell that. Whoa.
Drink milk with my cereal. I don't have milk in my cereal. That's barbaric. Just kidding.
I have learned. I am friends with some weird people. Oh man. No, to each their own. Don't let me dictate how you live your life. I am right, but don't let me dictate.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Okay. Let's hear the expert's opinion first.
All right.
Oh no.
I'm disappointed.
No!
I'm just so sad.
Oh, that's so sad.
First bite, I was just like, man, this tastes like Cheerios, like a little sweet. But I was like, I'm not getting any. But then like there's the aftertaste. So like by the end of the chewing, I like got some of the like the pumpkin spicy flavor notes. It's just not as strong as I would like.
I think your problem is it doesn't have milk. Because that pumpkin spice is coming in a lot sooner. It's
really?
Like, it's like after like a couple of bites, it starts coming in. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Second bite, I'm getting it more strong.
Okay.
Strongly. It is stronger.
I don't know English. I do computer science. Yeah. No, it's kind of that. It is less than you think it would be.
Yeah.
It's just like a hint of pumpkin spice. It's not like this is pumpkin spice.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah. I've had other, like, Pop-Tarts I feel like does a decent pumpkin... I think it's a pumpkin pie. Where it's like you bite into it and you're like, wow, that's like a pumpkin pie.
Yeah. I feel like Oreo also did pretty good with theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that was definitely something.
Yeah.
I don't think I would buy these.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a repeat buy. I'm kind of sad and disappointed.
Okay. Well, I'm happy. I haven't had Cheerios in probably like 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, for whatever reason, just it's never on my list to buy. And unless, maybe sooner than that, because I swear Cheerios is like the only cereal my parents buy. So if I ever go there and I'm like, I need cereal, it's about the only thing they have.
I will say cereal is kind of expensive. But if you're going to buy Cheerios, I have some recommendations.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. They aren't... I think they're called, like, Cheerio Crunch or something. They're, like, the Cheerios with, like, the granola clusters on them.
Oh.
Those are very good. The chocolate peanut butter Cheerios are also pretty good.
You know, honestly...
I wouldn't say don't... I have some... I think I've had, like, some of, like, the fruitier ones.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't go with those.
I think I've only ever had Honey Nut and, like, the basic Cheerios. So my Cheerio education has not been super hot. I don't even know they have those ones you just mentioned.
I'm kind of a cereal nerd.
Okay. Well. Golly, this stupid fridge.
Is that your fridge?
That's my fridge. I hope you guys can't hear it, but if you can, I'm so sorry.
What is happening?
I don't know. I have
It's
no
haunted.
idea. And like, what's super annoying is that like, for like a week, it stopped doing it, and we're like, it's fixed. And now it's worse than it ever was. If you guys
so bad.
If you can't hear it, it sounds like
somebody's knocking.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's knocking, or like someone has like a wooden
like a Christmas
spoon.
ornament,
It's like hitting
like
it. Yeah,
something.
yeah. Christmas ornaments just banging together for like every second for like 30 seconds. It's the worst. You like hear it in the nighttime, and you're just like. So, at some point, that fridge will no longer be in this house.
Yeah, I think it's possessed.
Mm-hmm.
Something's trapped in there.
Yep. I apparently just have bad luck with fridges. Like, we had a fridge when me and Laura were living in a basement apartment of this, like, condominium. It, at really random parts, would just be like, go, 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 go. And, like, we got so used to it. So we'd just be, like, sitting there, people, like, hanging out, and it would go, and, like, people would, like, freak out. They'd be like, what is happening? And we're like, what are you freaking out to? And they're like, what was the noise? And you're just like, oh, yeah, that's just our fridge. It just does that. You just get used to it.
That's so funny. I actually, it's not as great as your fridge, or it's probably as bad, but my fridge also has problems sometimes. Like, right now, so there's like this like metal bar that like for like the door you have like your like shelves in the door.
Yeah.
We have like a metal bar to like keep things in there. And it's happened before, but this week it's happened 3 times where it's fallen out. One time it was like Monday, I think I was going to FHE.
Uh-huh.
Or something. I was like in a hurry. I put something back and it like broke and everything like dropped. And I was like, I don't have time to fix this. Because at that time, I thought it had, like, lost one of the pieces. So I, like, just shoved everything, and then I, like, left. And then the next day, like, okay, I can figure this out.
God.
And it's, like, kind of bent, too. So you, like, bend it straight. But it's, like, happened, I think, twice in the last 2 days. I don't know. It was just, it's, like, super annoying.
That's so sad.
And it's also, it's not loud as that. But I was in a Zoom meeting last year. And somebody asked me to mute because I was being so, like, just so noisy. And literally, I was the only one probably in the apartment in my kitchen, but I was like sitting like I was almost overlapping my fridge how I was sitting.
Oh, okay.
And so just like the noise of that, and I was just like, I didn't realize it was that loud. And like, I don't, well, because also like the road's pretty noisy, but I don't think it was the road because it seemed like it was so bizarre. I was
That
like,
is so
okay, I can
funny.
do that, I guess.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's really funny. Okay. Well, we're at almost an hour.
Oh man, we said we're gonna do a 20-minute episode.
We are so bad at this.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, it's all good. Do we want to end? Do we want to do that one segment that was recommended?
We should save that.
Save that one?
Yeah. Give
Okay.
more thought, because I don't think I can.
We're not really thinking super hard right now.
I'm kind of loopy. At least I am.
I've yawned 6 times during this, so I think we're both hitting it. Okay, one last thing. And Sam's going to tell you what it is. After he finishes his big mouthful of Cheerios he just ate. So let me give you a quick rundown. Let me give you some life advice while we're waiting for Sam. If life
Sounds like you're reading a poem.
Life never actually gave you lemons, because lemons are not a naturally spawning fruit. They were created by man.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this a true fact?
This is a true fact.
What?
There's like an orange, and then there's this like citrus, there's like this really sour thing, and by cross-pollinating them, man made lemons. So if they ever say life gives you lemons, they're a bold-faced lie. You have to make everything yourself.
Whoa, I am
Nothing is given to
shocked
you.
right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so work hard, because life's not going to give you anything.
Okay, that's some great life advice. Also, I thought you were going to take it, so I was like, I'm safe to take a
I
bite.
know, I was like...
What am I doing? Am I finishing giving one last question?
Whatever you want, however you want. Do you want to have a last section, or you can just end it off? Go with your heart. Remember, life doesn't give you anything. Take it, Sam.
Alright, this is a good, like, January New Year question.
Okay.
I'll pair it with another one, because I don't think we've talked about it. Okay, what are your predictions for 2025?
Yeah.
Things you're planning on, or, like, I don't know. You already kind of did it with, like, there's going to be a wedding in your family.
Yeah.
Um,
Hopes and dreams.
And then with that, what's something new that you want to try in 2025?
Oh, both really good ones. Okay, predictions for me. I think I will have some other form of income. So whether that's I quit my job and get a different job, or I get some side hustle started up, something else will come up in my financial life. I don't know what it is. I'm excited for it. So, that's one of my predictions. What was the other question?
What's something new that you want to try this year?
New try. Okay. Something new I want to try this year is a cruise. And
That's a super good one.
yeah, I had a friend reach out. Maybe in May. Might be trying it. I'm so excited. But yeah, that's something new I want to try. Because it just sounds awesome. It just sounds great. And it's something new. I've never been on a boat. Like, the biggest, like, floating water vessel I've ever been on is, like, a canoe in, like, a lake. So this is gonna, like, blow my mind. I'm gonna be like, I'm in a building on the ocean. I'll see if I can, like, handle that, like, actually in my mind. Because water freaks me out. Like, if I have to drive over a bridge at nighttime, it's scary. I can barely do it. So I don't know how I'm gonna handle... I don't think it's as bad anymore, but yeah, like, all through high school and, like, a little bit in college, it was like, if I have to drive over water and if it's dark, I have to just, like, focus on the road and pretend I'm not over water.
What about walking over a bridge over water in the dark?
I can barely, like, walk over a bridge. Like, we went to Portland, me and a couple of friends, and they have the bridge that goes from Washington to Oregon right there.
Okay.
I was able to walk, and it's super tall, super big, like boats go underneath it, whole 9 yards. I was able to get 20 feet onto that bridge.
Huh.
It's probably like a half mile long. I don't know what it is. Water freaks me out. I'm just from the middle of the country, so I just don't have water. And yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sorry.
He's taking so bad.
So I just finished a book about a boat that sank.
Great.
So I was don't read that. It's called Dead Wake. I would recommend it. It's a good one.
I was about to say, is it called the Titanic?
No. It's about the Lusitania, though.
What is that one?
Another, cruise line passenger ship.
Oh.
But it's a British ship that got sunk it was 1915, so during World War I, before the United States joined the war.
Okay.
And it got sunk by a submarine.
I think I have heard about it.
But I don't think, I think I've, vaguely heard about it.
Yeah.
But the author Eric Larson it's all nonfiction, but it's reads like an actual
Whoa,
story.
that's
or at least
awesome.
it flows it's
it
more
actual, story plots and points and bloop.
engaging because they'll talk about different characters. Anyway, so it just talks about you're on the submarine with the U-boat captain.
Oh, wow.
You're with the British had this secret intelligence room where they were intercepting British transmissions. And then it talks about what's happening in America with President Wilson.
Oh, wow.
And then it's passengers on Lusitania. And pretty much it could have been prevented. But so it talks about what's kind of all the complexities behind it.
Wow.
But, so yeah, probably don't read that book.
Yeah,
I think we are come a long way from that time.
I mean, I don't know. The world's kind of scooching back to it.
But yeah.
Okay. What are your prediction?
I'm going to graduate this year.
Okay, that's a guarantee. That is a prediction.
It's how you make money.
That's true.
You bet on things you know is happening.
Is that what's going to be my second form of income? Is just betting uncertainties?
No, I don't support betting at all. Except casual betting when I say I bet that this is going to happen and no money's involved.
That can't be any monetary value.
Let me see. I predict I will not be living in Cache Valley by the end of the year.
Sad.
I know. Don't make me think about it.
It's a long ways away.
It is, but it also seems very close.
Yeah, that's true.
And then what's something new that I want to try? Here's the thing. I want to learn how to ski.
Ooh.
And I want to learn how to do that, but I also don't want to.
Hey, we have a ski night coming up.
I know, that's why,
yeah,
it could happen.
It's gonna happen.
But the thing is, with, I guess, you and water, me and trying new stuff, / flying down a mountain. Just the uncertainty, of a skill people are skilled at and I'm not.
Yeah.
And I don't like failure or criticism. Plus it just is, I don't know. I'm okay with snow, but I think there's still I don't know, avalanches and snow.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so there's just a lot of just anxiety about going by skiing.
I totally get it.
And so I want to do it, but I'm also if we didn't have enough snow, that would be fine.
Oh my gosh.
So that's kind of how I'm at.
Oh my gosh. I totally understand that though. I didn't start snowboarding until about 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
And same exact thing. First time going up, I was this is the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm going to die, and I know I'm going to die. Everything's going to be broken in my body. It's just going to be sad. It's a big hurdle to get over that. So, no judgment.
It's for me, riding roller coasters. Riding roller coasters are super fun. I have anxiety leading up to it. In line, go on it, super fun. Get back in line to ride the exact same roller coaster, and I'm still anxious. So,
I'm the same. I hate roller coasters. Oh, they give me so much stress. Even during it. I don't know why. I just do not
I can usually
enjoy
have
them.
fun. I'm like, yeah. I like usually like screaming, like, yeah, this is awesome.
Dude,
I've come a long ways from being a kid.
I have a story about that that's just so embarrassing. And it's not fun. So we'll save that for...
I was like... Alright, well, we'll put a pin in that.
Yeah, pin in that. If you really want to hear about it, y'all gotta let us know. But yeah, there's a story involving me and a roller coaster, and
we'll hook them. This is why they'll keep listening until they hear your
we
story.
gotta leave cliffhangers on
Yeah.
it. That's right. That's what we've been doing, Rob. Okay.
Alright. Well,
Cool.
thanks for your time. This has been Sam's Minute Ramblings.